We start our spotter's guide to the FeckHallBahn at Antigonome. A popular place for spotters, it stays in the shade most of the day. Tipping Tim heads by with a load of compost destined for Castle Cottage, and now returns empty, heading for Teefshorn. Another reason for Antigonome being a great place for spotting is that you can see what's going on at Kirschbaum im Wald. Here number 41233, Herzog, brings in a short freight, runs around it, takes it back into the loading bay, and then departs. Here we see that same train at close quarters as it heads for Merthyr Zersud to park this train for unloading in the yard there. Shortly afterwards, Herzog departs light engine back to horn and trumpet. Keith arrives in Kirschbaum im Wald with a short trip working, packing cases that will be parked at the siding here for unloading. About an hour later, perfect time for some sandwiches and a cup of tea from a flask, Frau Doyle heads into Kirschbaum im Wald, to the head shunt, and then into the loop. The lamps will be changed round before her return journey, but we need to clean the main line here for the incoming freight hauled by Loch Crinan. Frau Doyle departs with the 1 o'clock passenger train, clearing the loop for Loch Crinan to run round her train. We've moved now to another viewpoint, which allows us to see the 1 in 7 gradient at the bottom of Vogelscheiss incline. Loch Crinan's regulator isn't shutting completely, so we have to do the braking on the reverser, which leads to a little bit of jerking. Feel sorry for the guard, but he's well braced. Loch Crinan is adding to her train with the train that was left here earlier by Herzog. This means it's going to be a whopping 7 vehicles on the hook, and it's going to be well worth heading round to Teefshorn to look at the gradient coming onto McGonagall Bridge. The viewpoint here is from behind the water tank on top of the engine shed. This is of course done with permission. This viewpoint also gives us a great view of Vogelscheiss incline. another break, and about an hour later again, after some more tea from the flask and some buns shared with the engineers below, Frau Doyle heads up Vogelscheiss Incline and into Horn and Trumpet Bahnhof, where we see Loch Crinan waiting with a shorter train. The other portion will be at Merthyr Zersud, where it will be loaded and unloaded. Back to Kirschbaum in Wald now, where Loch Crinan arrives with the train we've just seen. Now we're at rock cutting looking west. This is a great favourite of all the spotters that visit the FeckHallBahn. We're now into the late afternoon. Frau Doyle approaches with an up passenger and has to wait at the junction while Baskerville heads past with a freight train. Baskerville returns to Tiefshorn, light engine. The penultimate train of the day is a somewhat motley mixed, hauled by Caractacus Schönes Pferd. The milk train, the night mail, and an empty cattle wagon. Quite an interesting consist. Very well worth staying behind to spot. The final train of the day is, as always, the evening passenger. This is normally a job for Frau Doyle, but Hedgehog Too is running in, so we're giving a steam-hauled passenger today. This is an absolute treat for the spotters. You can guarantee a lot of footage of this one. There's even a passenger waiting at Antigonome. This isn't such a rare occurrence as it used to be, but it's certainly worth capturing from 2 camera angles. So that's it, a full day's spotting on the FeckHallBahn. I hope you've enjoyed these locations and I hope you've enjoyed the film. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.